Can Google's Pixel Watch 4 really dethrone the Apple Watch Series 10? This isn't just a question for tech enthusiasts. It's a battle that could redefine how we think about wearable technology. But here's where it gets controversial. While Apple has dominated the smartwatch scene for years, Google's latest offering brings AI-driven health coaching and satellite connectivity to the table. And this is the part most people miss. The real showdown isn't just about specs. It's about whose vision for the future of wearables aligns more closely with your daily needs. Ready to dive into the nitty-gritty? Let's break down how these two tech giants stack up and why this debate might just split the smartwatch community in half. You might be wondering why you should trust this comparison. CNET's team of expert reviewers has spent years testing gadgets, including smartwatches, to bring you unbiased insights. If you purchase through our links, we may earn a commission, but our reviews are always rooted in rigorous testing and real-world use. For full transparency, check out our review ethics statement. Meet Vanessa Hand-Orellana, a seasoned tech reviewer who's tested everything from fitness trackers to smart home devices, with a background in both Spanish and English media at CNET. She knows how to simplify complex tech jargon for everyday users. When she's not unboxing the latest wearable, you'll find her hiking with her family or racing through trails. Her expertise in consumer tech and wearables makes her the perfect guide for this showdown. The Smartwatch Showdown. Two titans, one goal. Google's Pixel Watch 4 has arrived with a bang, tacking an AI health coach, satellite emergency SOS, and a sleek new design. Meanwhile, the Apple Watch Series 10 remains the gold standard for iPhone users, benefiting from over a decade of refinement. But here's the twist. Both watches are now more than just accessories. They're lifelines for health, safety, and productivity. And this is the part most people miss. With both companies controlling their entire hardware-software ecosystems, the gap between Android and iOS wearables is narrowing faster than ever. Pricing and availability. Who wins the wallet? Let's start with the basics. The Apple Watch Series 10, though an older model, is still available at a discount through retailers like Best Buy and Walmart. Its base price of $399 edges out the Pixel Watch 4's $350 starting cost. But wait, here's a curveball. The 45mm Apple Watch 10 costs $429, just $29 more than the equivalent Pixel model. And if you're eyeing the premium titanium Apple Watch, be prepared to pay an extra $200. Both watches share the same 5 ATM water resistance and IP6X dust protection, but the price tags tell a different story. Design and display, form versus function. This is where personal taste takes the lead. The Pixel Watch 4 sticks with its signature round face, evoking the look of a classic analog watch. Its curved AMOLED display creates a seamless, almost borderless effect. Available in 41mm and 45mm sizes, with finishes like silver and gold aluminum. It's designed for those who want style without sacrificing substance. Apple, on the other hand, has doubled down on its rectangular design. The Series 10's square screen and minimal bezels make it a powerhouse for navigating apps and notifications. While Apple's 446 ppi pixel density delivers crisper images, the Pixel 4's 3000 nits peak brightness versus Apple's 2000 nits gives it an edge in outdoor visibility. But here's the debate. Does a brighter screen matter more than app usability? Sound off in the comments. Where do you stand? Performance and AI, the brainpower battle. Under the hood, both watches run their latest software, Wear OS 6 for Google and Watch OS 10 for Apple. But this is where the Pixel 4's AI prowess shines. Google's Gemini Assistant handles multi-step commands, summarizes app data, and responds conversationally. No need to jump to a web link. Apple's Siri, while reliable for basics, still lags behind in handling complex requests. For example, asking Gemini to summarize my health data from the past week works seamlessly, while Siri might need you to repeat the question multiple times. And this is the part most people miss. Google's AI isn't just flashy, it's practical. As a cautious user myself, I've noticed how Gemini reduces screen taps, making it easier to stay productive on the go. Both watches are top tier in health tracking, but Google's AI health coach gives the Pixel 4 a unique edge. While Apple's Workout Buddy offers live feedback for specific exercises, Google's concierge-style coach, launching in October, will analyze your entire health profile, from sleep patterns to exercise habits, and offer personalized advice. For instance, it might suggest rest on a high-stress day or tweak your sleep routine for better recovery. The catch? Google's premium features require a $10 a month Fitbit subscription, while Apple's tools are free. This sparks a hot debate. Is it worth paying extra for AI-driven insights, or do you prefer Apple's no-cost approach? Share your take in the comments. Emergency features. Safety first. Both watches include fall detection, crash detection, and emergency SOS. But the Pixel 4's satellite connectivity is a game changer. Imagine being stranded in the wilderness with no cell service. Google's satellite SOS lets you send a message for help. Apple's cellular models can make emergency calls, but they still rely on network coverage. Here's the controversy. Should emergency features be a deciding factor for everyday users, or is this overkill for most people? We'd love to hear your perspective. Battery life and charging. The long haul. Paper specs say the Pixel 4 lasts 30 to 40 hours with always-on display, while the Apple Watch 10 claims 18 to 30 hours. But real-world testing is the true test. The Pixel 4 also wins in charging speed, hitting 50% in 15 minutes and full charge in an hour. Apple's 80% in 30 minutes is impressive, but the Pixel's faster top-up gives it an edge for quick breaks. And this is the part most people miss. Repairability matters. Google's Pixel 4 makes battery and display replacements easier, a big win for sustainability. Apple's Series 10, while sleeker, isn't as repair-friendly. Do you prioritize longevity over aesthetics? Let us know. Final verdict. Who should buy what? If you're deeply embedded in Apple's ecosystem, the Series 10 remains a solid choice. But for Android users or anyone curious about AI on the wrist, the Pixel 4 proves Google is serious about challenging Apple's dominance. Specs at a glance. Design. Pixel 4, round, 41-45 mm, versus Apple, square, 42-46 mm. Display. Pixel 4, 3000 nits, versus Apple, 2000 nits. Battery. Pixel 4, 30 to 40 hours, versus Apple, 24 to 30 hours. AI. Gemini versus Siri plus Workout Buddy. Price. Pixel 4, $350 to $500, versus Apple, $399 to $750. So what's your take? Can Google's AI-driven approach finally dethrone Apple? Or is the iPhone's ecosystem still too strong? Share your thoughts below. We want to hear from you.